Yeah, if it wasn't for Welcome Home Oregon, I would have, like I said, I would have been on the streets. I wouldn't have no place to work out of. I would have no place for people to call me or whatever. It just set anything up. You know, it just would have been out there.
Daniel Marr has struggled with addiction most of his life. It led him to a life of crime, prison time, and homelessness. But when he got out of prison last September, he didn't know where he was going to go next.
I probably could have stayed with certain people, but it probably wasn't too pro-social or conducive to my rehabilitation, you know.
And it's a similar story for James Swearingen. He got out of prison in January and didn't have much of a plan. He says if he hadn't had a place to go, he probably would have been right back where he started.
Every other time I've gotten out of prison, there's been nothing for me but the streets, and I go right back to the streets and I go right back to using.
Both of these men live at the Ferguson House in Grants Pass, a transitional house run by a nonprofit called Welcome Home Oregon.
I call it the human side of public safety. We sort of address all the basic needs that people might have coming out of prison.
Those needs include making sure people have proper clothing, rides to a bus station, even hygiene products. But most importantly, they try to get people in stable housing, which is hard to do for someone with a criminal background.
So not only is it difficult for them to find a rental, because let's face it, folks with criminal backgrounds or felony records are not going to the top of the pile.
So then where do people go when they're coming out of incarceration?
They go back out and they commit more crimes because of basically a hopeless situation.
A hopeless situation that Karen says will continue without stability.
Approximately 60% of folks released from state institutions are released without housing. They don't know where they're going to go. And we know for a fact that long-term stable housing will really decrease recidivation.
That's why Welcome Home Oregon has 4 transitional housing locations in Grants Pass. And that's exactly what James and Daniel needed.
People coming out of prison like myself are good people. We just need a chance to let people see how good we are.
Just because, you know, we went to jail, we did our time, and it's time to get out and start your life over, and there's got to be a start somewhere. And, you know, having a place like this to start with, and Karen, is just a wonderful thing.
In Grants Pass, Blakely McHugh, NBC5 News.
They have 4 facilities, 3 for men and 1 for women. Their women's location just opened in October.
All the homes are short-term housing. They're now looking into long-term transitional housing.